Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at another San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, the Mattel Creations Masters of the Universe He-Man Filmation Cartoon Classics Two-Bad. Man, that's a mouthful. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, before we get started with this review, I did want to give a massive shout out to my good friend Terrence St. John, who hooked me up with this when we met at IshCon over the summer. I tried to log on and get this as soon as it went live on Mattel Creations, but by the time I checked out, it was gone. So thank you, Terrence, for helping me get this. We're going to take a look at the package. Here on this side, it says, "This is all your fault." I love the slipcover. It says, "I'm the brains behind the brawn," and I dig this. Two-Bad, the double-headed evil strategist. And then you can pause that if you want to read their little bio. And then over here it says, "Shut big trap before I shut trap for you," you know, in that broken English. I love this artwork right here, and I love how, like, on the inside box, this thing actually comes apart. This artwork is so beautiful. Here we have Baddrah on this side with some of that spark going across his chest. Over here we have Tuvar with Skeletor's magic, and then here, if you split the two, you see that they are split in half on the artwork on the inside, which is also very nice. I love this. This package is absolutely part of the show here. Not too much on the top, so let's get these guys opened up and see what they can do. All right, so this is really going to be my first time taking a look at the figures of the Filmation Cartoon Classics line, but we are going to start with the comic book, which is dual-sided, and you have to flip it to continue the story, but I think this is really cool. You can see how there's artwork is upside down on one, so this is going to be one of those situations where, you know, you flip through the book, and it's going to give you part of the story. And I don't know if I've started at the beginning of the story or the middle of the story here. I'm not sure, but you're going to get to a point to where the two stories converge, just like the two characters here, and I think that's pretty neat. If you want to pause on any of these pages and give the comic a read, you certainly can. I think that'd be kind of neat if you were unable to get this guy, and I hope this comic comes with the Two-Bad we get in the retail version, if we get one. So that's really cool. So we're going to get that out of the way. Here's pretty much everything that comes in the package, and like I said, this is my first time getting my hands on a Cartoon Classics figure, but here we have the joined body part that comes, and this is going to be key to getting the Origins version later. We have this framed picture of this guy here. I'm sorry, I don't know the reference here. I don't remember this from the cartoon, but it is a lenticular cover, and you can see the guy's face changing. We're going to talk a little bit more about this in a little bit, because I'm not sure I needed this in the package. And then here we have Two-Bad, or Tuvar, and man, I really love that face looks like my granddad. So here is the new body that we are getting. It's very nicely sculpted, very clean paint. I love the matte finish of all of these paint jobs on these characters. I have a lot of them that have come out, but I haven't opened any of them. And man, I love this face. I think this is going to be my favorite face of the two. That purple and that bright orange just looks absolutely great. And then you can see here that the chest armor is different, the gauntlets, the boots are different, the belt and the loincloth piece is the same, of course, across the body parts are the same as well. But just wanted to show you, if you've never seen one of these compared to a Masters of the Universe Origins figure, you can actually see where the base buck underneath is completely different. The legs and arms are completely different, sculpted different. You can see the hands are what look to be a little bit smaller than the Origins figures. Legs are different, lower legs are different. And I think the even the loincloth is different. I'm not even sure that's the same loincloth piece there. But yeah, that's a comparison of the two. And you know, as far as articulation goes, you can look up that far and look down that far. It's on a ball joint, so you're gonna get some tilt side to side and some bobble. The arms can go all the way out to the side like that. They can spin all the way around, no problem. There's no upper bicep swivel. We do have a hinge and swivel here at the elbow, so we got a little bit of swivel there and a bend. Not quite 90, but you know, it serves the purpose. It does what it needs to. We have a hinge and a swivel down at the wrist. We do have a complete swivel at the waist. Legs can go forward that far. They can go out to the side that far, and they can go back about that far. And then we do have a little bit of rotation at the thigh, but that's just how it's designed. We do have a hinge and swivel here at the knee. The knee can only go back about that far, but thankfully they've added a little bit of cutout there. We have an upper boot swivel, and then we have a hinge and forward-facing pin down there for the foot articulation. So that's the articulation that you're going to get out of the Filmation Cartoon Classic. So let's start building this guy. We're going to start by popping his leg off there, and I hope this is a pretty easy process. And I think it's going to be pretty straightforward. That looks really nice. Pops on very easily. Let's go ahead and get the arm out. Of course, if you guys have played with Origins before, you know the joints that we're working with here. They pop in and out pretty easily. They still have that, you know, hexagonal shaped peg that the arms fit down in for that ratchet, and it looks really nice. Let's get Baddrah here and take off his arms and his leg and his head, and let's give him his other half. And so let's go ahead and pop this leg on. That goes on very nicely. Pop this arm in. You can see that the whole body shell is made of blue plastic, and the purple is painted. Let's go ahead and pop on the two heads, and there you have it. Let's get this thing out of the way. He looks awesome. And I got to tell you, I can't wait to get this guy. It is a little frustrating that he came out in the Filmation line first and not the Origins line first, considering that line is starting to wrap up. But I love this chest piece here. I love, if you noticed, let me see if I can bring these back in. Yeah, there's the color of the blue is a little different. But if you noticed, you know, I'm kind of thinking that I would have rather not have this framed picture with the lenticular cover and just rather had, you know, a shield and an axe for this figure, because he comes with no other accessories, no weapons. But if you can see here, Tuvar has the same kind of chest design that his singular armor does. So does Baddrah, and they've added that together. They've put it together, and I think that's a really nice touch, and this guy just looks fantastic. Like I said, it is a little frustrating that this figure has come out in the Filmation line before, but I think Mattel has said that now that they've developed this underlying body, that they can use this for the Origins version. So yeah, absolutely, this figure is a home run. He was hard to get. And you know, that's a little frustrating. I hope that they go back and re-release Two-Bad in his combined form as a, you know, in the retail line, in the main line, so people can get their hands on this figure. I really hope that Mattel does what they say and go back and reuse this buck for the Origins figure, because we definitely need that. Even though the base body figures are different, and that's a little disappointing. But whatever it takes for them to get this both in the retail main line for people to get their hands on and the Origins line is definitely what the fans are asking for. So definitely, you know, pay attention to what we're asking for, Mattel, and hook us up, because not everybody had a chance to get their hands on this, and we need mainline releases. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Thanks again to Terrence for hooking me up with this. I super appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.